It finally happened, guys. So it is currently Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. We got our keys for our flat yesterday. It was literally up until the very last second we could have collected our keys, but finally everything went through. We completed in time for Christmas, which I'm so happy about. I was really worried that I was going to go into Christmas very stressed because everything was still going wrong up until the last minute, but eventually everything fell into place and everything completed in time, which I'm so happy about. And in all honesty, I'm an entirely different person these last 2 days. I feel just so much happier, so much more relaxed, and I'm just so happy. I'm just so content now. But it's crazy to think that like right now I'm in my own flat. It's mental. I cannot believe that me and Vic own this place. Like it feels so much like home already, even though it doesn't look it. It's definitely far from it, but it will be eventually. And I'm just so excited to start this journey to get it where we want it to be. I am really sorry if I sound a little bit out of breath. I've just been up and down to my car so many times, bringing up heavy boxes. Like, this isn't technically my moving vlog, but I might just collate all of the footage I get regarding moving and getting this flat ready to move in, just into one vlog. So over the last few months, since knowing we're buying this place, I've just started packing loads of stuff and buying stuff just to have it ready for when we moved in, because I didn't know when we would need it. So I've just put it all into boxes and just started to bring stuff slowly over to the flat. I know it's only been 1 day, but I'm so excited to just get in, and the excitement is just unreal right now. So I'm just doing it gradually. I'm not going to go in too deep too quickly because the flooring is not even down yet, which is why this place is echoing like mad. I'll show you all that in a second, but I've just kind of brought stuff up to the flat, which I can keep in the kitchen off the floor, just so I can start to make it feel a little bit more at home, just as we gradually get it to how we want it to be with the flooring. Yeah, it's all been a crazy last few days, but I'm just so happy to finally be here and just start this crazy journey, really. The natural lighting in this flat in the day is perfection, but at night it's not as good. There is quite a bit more that I need to bring along here, but I think I'm just gonna enjoy Christmas for now and come back at another day where I can do those bits. But of course I still need to wait for the flooring. Everything is still concrete. I mean, the whole floor is concrete. So because of that, literally the next steps is going to be the flooring when it comes to the flat, because there's not really much else I can do in terms of moving in here until the flooring is done. So I imagine we'll start with the bedroom and then work our way into here, just so we can at least start to sleep over here, I guess. But at the same time, I also kind of want to have other furniture in here so I can somewhat live in here as well as sleep here. So I'll keep you updated along the way. I don't know when my next update will be. I imagine after Christmas, but after Christmas I am going to JFK to New York for a night, and then I'm back for 10 days at home actually, which is honestly fallen at the best time. Having time off just to be able to organise the flat, help get it up together, is just honestly everything I needed. And exactly what I said to you before, I feel like the day that I got the keys was the right time because I have so much time off coming up to get this place exactly where I want it to be. Today's the day. I'm so scared, excited, nervous, like so many emotions right now. It's currently 9 AM. We have our hire van ready at 3. I have to pick Vic up at 2, so then we are nice and early there. We've also got a friend helping us drive it because we're not eligible to drive the van because of our age. So it's all fallen into place nicely, but it does not take away the fact that I'm so bloody nervous to make this change now, and I knew I'd be this way. It's definitely the right time. It doesn't mean that it's the wrong time, but it's just so many emotions at once. Leaving my mum, even leaving the cats who stayed with me all night. I think he's seen the boxes and thought, oh my god, you're not just going away for work this time. So I've packed up all my clothes. A lot of the kitchen stuff's at the flat already. The reason we've hired the van is for my wardrobe, my bed, mattress, some of Vic's things like that. But we've only got the van until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so it's very rush. So let the madness begin. Legit, how is all of these boxes and these
just clothes. Like, how does it happen? It doesn't look a lot in there, but then it looks a lot in there. Well, this is my current situation. Yeah, the pile is just getting bigger. I legit have no idea how people do this, like cross country, where they move countries. I literally don't understand, because I'm literally moving out of my mum's to my own house. I'm not even moving a whole house worth of stuff. I'm just moving my bedroom, and this has taken so long. And trying to do this around work anyway was hard, and I knew no amount of organisation would help. But trust me, the stress is real, and I have an ETA, sorry, not an ETA, an estimated time to arrive at Vic's in the next hour. So I have less than that to leave. Oh, this is just... So after 5 hours of work, this is the outcome. I think it's pretty safe to say we are ready to go. I am just about to go pick up mine and Vic's friend who's going to drive the van for us, because he's the right age to drive a van and I'm not. Even though I'm 6 months away from 25, I didn't even know that was a whole rule about having to be 25 to hire a van, but rules are rules, I guess. So we're going to go get him, or I'm going to go get him. We're going to load all this stuff up, see how much room is left in the van, and then potentially go to Vic's and start loading some of his stuff up. I know Vic has a hell of a lot more to do than I have right now, and I think I've done pretty well to get where I am today, considering my room was barely touched this morning. I heard guys. I didn't find it. Oh no. I think he's pretty sad about me going. As are you. You're sensing something's happening. How sad. I love how all you can see is my glasses and my steering wheel. The raw emotion you feel after leaving home is quite crazy, really. Like, I didn't think I would cry, but I did get a little bit teary because my mum did as well. But it's not like it's going to be the last time I ever go home. It's a sad feeling. Sad, happy, so many different emotions at once, and it's hard to describe it until you experience it. But I think I'm struggling to wrap my head around the fact that that's not my home anymore. That's Mum's house, not my house. But I'm driving now to my house, like my own house, mine and Vic's house. And it's a new chapter. Change is important, and yeah, it's good. It's important. It's important to progress in life. It's hard, but yeah, it's exciting. I think because I saw my mum get so upset, I was like, oh no. It set me off, and then my cat Neo came up to me in the car before I left, and that set me off again. It's going to be a hard couple of days probably, but exciting at the same time, and stressful. It's going to be so many different emotions. But I thought I'd be real with the reality of what it's like moving home. And it's also quite sad departing my room as well, just leaving it empty with a few last bits that I can go and collect later on down the line. But what a day full of so many emotions. Well, as you can see, it's dark outside now. I think it's coming up to 7 o'clock, so it's blooming late. I say blooming late. I've been going since 9 o'clock, so 10 hours now, just constantly like packing, lifting, climbing stairs. It's all been fun and games, but most of my stuff's in now. I think I've got like a few bits and bobs at my house, at my mum's house now. I have to get used to saying that, my mum's house, that I need to get, which I might just
see how I feel a little bit later. Firstly, my first plan of action right now is to put the bed together, just so we at least have somewhere to sit and lay tonight and go to sleep. We're in the flat, guys. Obligatory Domino's pizza, which is much needed. It's currently 10 o'clock, and as you know, I've been going since 9. What time have you been going since? 9? 8. Yeah, I must have snoozed about 4 alarms. Don't know about you.
I set my alarm for 7:15. Woke up at 23 minutes past 8 and I was like, shit. So I started rushing.
And this has developed throughout the day. Do you want to have a go on it later? It's really bad. I don't know why. I haven't had a spot for ages. I mean, I guess it goes along with the stress, but...
It is just stress. I had a banging headache midday. That's when I had to lay down for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. To be fair, I knew if I laid down, I would stop. I just would not carry on, so I just knew that I had to just power through it, but...
I just needed those 10 minutes because I was going to be sick if I didn't.
Yeah, it's not nice when you get a headache. I know that feeling, but... Do you know what? It looks like they put barbecue sauce on my pizza. I've gone for a... What is it, in Meteor?
Mighty meaty.
Mighty Meaty. You sure? Mighty Meaty's normally got tomato.
Oh.
Because I think this is Meteor, and Meteor has barbecue sauce on the base. And I like tomato, not barbecue.
Meat fielder.
Oh, a meat fielder. I guess I've changed the name. Anyway, I'm going to eat this and go to bed, I think, because we've got to be up early again tomorrow to do adulting duties. This is literally the aftermath of me moving in. I've also got a really bad bruise on my leg. Look at that bad boy. Well, our plan today is to get a few bits that we've realised that we need. I say we need, want.
Still a long
front
way
door
to go.
mat.
Please shut your eyes.
And drawers closure. We've got a few bits of Vic's clothes still at his house, so we need to go and get those. And we also kind of need to do our first food shop, really. I don't think we're going to do like a big one, just like to get some lunch, breakfast and some dinner bits. Because I'm back to work tomorrow, so Vic's going to need some dinner bits. But it'd be nice to actually have some bits in the flat just to munch on while we get our lives together. We're not going to rush into just getting this all done in one day. It's going to be a gradual thing. But what was it you said? It was a windowsill party.
I don't like watching.
I've just realised your YouTube is in the background. But yeah, Vic mentioned about how you do windowsill parties in Poland, which is basically where...
Don't take it literally, guys. It's like, yes, that's what we literally call it, but like, okay, my nation is strange. Leave me alone.
No, it's cool. Like, it's unique. And it sounds like a really cool idea where you literally just... Most people, I guess, in England will wait until the place is set up, but a windowsill party is literally just having a party around all your boxes as it is, as when you move in, which sounds quite good. So we've invited a friend over for a coffee later, which is, I guess, like a mini windowsill party. We'll see if that happens, because I don't actually have many weekends off, which is when most of our family would be able to do something like that. So probably have to be doing it on a day that I land or something, but that would be pretty cool. And to be fair, I feel like it's going to take a long time to unpack this place, so there'll be lots of opportunity to have a windowsill party, which sounds pretty cool. But anyway, plan today.
My room is going to be the storage room, I feel like.
Your room?
My room.
We're just going to head out, go to your house, do some shopping, and then come back and slowly begin to make this place a bit more less storagey. Well, most of that is the aftermath of our outing today. Did our big food shop and also paid a little visit to Dunelm. But one thing we went into Dunelm for was a front door mat, because we don't actually have one of those yet, and also a bath mat, because we had a shower yesterday and we realised we do kind of need one because the water was going everywhere. So we got one that's from the same sort of range that our towels are from. In fact, it's the exact same range, so it's identical. What else did we get? We also got a wine glass set, which you pointed out actually, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah, initially Vic found it, and these kind of things I've loved, and I never found any in like a good
sort of pack. They've all been individually and quite expensive, whereas these were a full pack for £15. So that's quite good. What else are we getting down?
I know what we didn't get. A little step.
We didn't get a step, no. We saw a step and we really wanted to get it just to reach up to like the lights
Well,
and
for you,
things.
maybe.
Well, it's more so for me, yeah. I can't think of what else we've got down.
We got the wine. We got the bath mat. That's it.
I know what we got. It's just come to me, but it's probably within that. The circular ice moulds. That. Yeah, we've got some circular ice moulds. I'm sure I've shown you guys before, but I also got these ice moulds before. So like little squares and then long, like cube, rectangular shaped ice moulds. But we wanted to get some round ones, and we found some round ones in like a block of 6. Normally they've been in like 1s, 2s and 4s. They've not actually had like a real good amount of round ice moulds, so that was good. I'm gonna have to find that within all of that somewhere. But yeah, that was our outing. Plus obviously we went to do our first ever food shop, which is always the most pricey one because we got all like the little condiments and things we needed. But we got a lot and I need to pack it away now, and that's gonna be a fun job.
Oh my god.
What have you done?
The hair was so static.
Good morning guys, it is now day 2 in the flat. So we had the whole of yesterday where we were pretty much just out and about, going to collect a few last bits from Vic's house that we couldn't fit in the van, or that we were too tired to take more so. And then we also went food shopping, which was amazing. I'll pop a little picture on the screen of what our trolley looked like because it was mental. We thought, oh, if we could just pick up like a half-size trolley, that would be fine because then we wouldn't fill it. We filled it. That was an absolute lie and mistake because we were clinging onto everything in that trolley for dear life and getting some very funny looks in the process. So that was a good first experience to go food shopping for the first time, and I guess it's that sort of time when you realise how expensive it is to go food shopping now. Like when we were just living at our parents, we would do like £10 here, £20 there, just to like get a few dinners in for ourselves because we were kind of fending for ourselves towards the end. And it didn't seem like a lot, but when you do it all together, it does. But I guess it's cheaper doing it that way because you're getting many meals for the week for, I guess, less of a price if you were doing it every single day individually. And then we went to Dunelm as well. I showed you what we got in there. And then we had a friend over in the evening, did a little bit of organising in the kitchen. So it was quite hard to show you really what we were doing because we were very busy yesterday. Not like physically busy, just here, there and everywhere busy, which was good, which meant we didn't just crash the whole day and waste the time that we had because we needed to get a few things. But yeah, it was really nice to just chill in the evening with our friend and just enjoy hosting for the first time, because that's one thing I was always looking forward to when I got my own place, was hosting, and to do it with Vic as well was even better. So yeah, it was really fun. And I'm looking forward to doing it many times in the future, and we definitely plan on having like a real nice housewarming party at some point when we have a weekend off together and can plan it really well once we're more settled in as well. I do definitely want to show you a lot more of the organising that we get done regarding the flat. However, we only had 2 days off together, and today is actually work day, basically. I'm going back to work today and I'm doing a short haul night stop tonight to Glasgow and then doing a few other short haul flights around that. So when I get home tomorrow I'm going to be quite tired, and then I have Tel Aviv on Friday late. So I have a bit of time on Friday to do some organising, so I'm not going to end the vlog here because I do have some time then where I can show you a bit more of what we've got done and what hopefully I can get done on Friday as well. But yeah, we're going to take all of this slowly, moving into the flat and getting settled slowly as well, because we don't want to rush it and overdo it. Plus, at the same time, it's quite exciting getting the flat ready to fully live in. Like, once it's all done, it's like, well, what then now? And I feel like if we take our time, we can just really enjoy it and not feel stressed, just enjoy, you know, moving into our own flat, because it's an exciting time. It's not supposed to be a stressful time. Anyway, I'm going to finish getting ready for work, doing my thing, and then I will see you Friday and we'll do a bit of organising together.
Hey gang, so it is currently Friday, about 9:30 I think is approaching, which is early for me. I mean, if you know me, I'm not up normally when I'm off before 10-11. This is early, but I had to take Vic to work this morning. I'm not technically off today. I am off to Tel Aviv later, but I don't report until well into the evening, so I've got most of the day to myself. So I thought I'd have a little pamper, wash my hair. It's the first time washing my hair in the flat. I think we've got a shower head that's a power shower. We might change it because obviously saving water, that kind of thing, but it was really good on my hair, and I cannot wait to see whether it's made my hair feel clean or cleaner than my other shower head that I had at my mum's, because I feel like it really makes a difference. And I find the shampoo and conditioner that I use can tend to stick to my hair, and I really have to take the time to thoroughly wash it out. So maybe a power shower is the way to go. I guess we'll see how water usage goes and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, enough of that boring stuff. What's today's plan? So I've got a cup of tea in hand. I'm going to put some products on my hair. These are my go-to products at the moment to go on my hair. I say at the moment, this has been my go-to for probably about 2-3 years now. I love it. It's the 10-in-1 Miracle Spray by Beauty Works. It works wonders. It's a heat protectant as well as treats your hair really well too. Plus also I use the Colour Wow Dream Coat spray. This is really good for like taming my frizzy hair. And I tend to use it sort of every 3 to 4 washes, so that's quite good. If you've got quite frizzy hair and you don't particularly want to straighten it, it's just quite good after a blow dry. So that's the 2 that I'm going to put on my hair now. And then I don't even know if I'm going to dry my hair. I think I might just potter around the flat all day and just wait for my hair to dry naturally, because I have quite a lot to do. If you can imagine, moving into a flat requires a lot of work, and the work is not over yet. So a cup of tea in hand is needed to start the day. And I think I'm just gonna slowly start getting the boxes a bit more organised, if anything. I was gonna try and put up my wardrobe today, but I feel like I need Vic here, and also we need to kind of sort the boxes a bit better than what they currently are, because they're just kind of dumped wherever at the moment. And there's a lot in Vic's room, there's a lot in the bedroom, and I feel like we need to clear that space before we can put a wardrobe in. But the problem is, until the wardrobe's up, the boxes are going to be up, because a lot of the boxes are our clothes. So it's a bit of a balancing act really as to what we do first. So I'm just kind of doing like box by box. As and when I need something, I'll kind of organise that box. It's really hard. Like, moving home is hard. Like, I appreciated my mum when we moved house about 4 or 5 years ago into the house that I just left. That was hard, but we had so much help for that. And with this, because everyone was at work on the day we chose to move, we were very limited. So yeah, today is going to be as much of an organising day as I can make it. I also think I'll show you a few little bits here and there that I said I would show you along the journey. Things like the flooring, the tiles up close maybe, just things that we chose, and maybe a bit more as to why we chose these things. Because if you're not following my Chloe's Condo Instagram, which is my home account on Instagram, you won't really have seen a lot of that. So I feel like I need to include you guys that are on the channel or here on YouTube that aren't on Instagram. Let me tell you what though, I will show you now. The bruise on my leg is well and truly still there, and I think it's going to be there for a good few weeks, as a little reminder as to how hard we worked on Monday as the 3 of us. But it's so sore. Like, it definitely looks worse than it feels, but it's so sore. But I was really struggling in general on Wednesday when I went back to work after we moved. I've done a few short haul flights over the last few days. I've done 6 short haul flights in total. Did out and back to Munich, then we stayed in Glasgow for the night, which was really quick, but it was a nice hotel, so it was nice and cozy just to have some space to myself for a bit. And then we came back, and then we did a quick Amsterdam hop and back yesterday evening. So it was quite a quick couple of days, but on
retrospect, it's quite a lot of flights in 2 days, and sometimes I forget that. But my legs have really paid the price over the last couple of days, because obviously when we're doing these quick flights, especially things like Amsterdam, even Glasgow is quite quick, we're going up an incline and working on an incline most of the time, and my legs were, they were feeling it, let me tell you.
Now, this is something that I've wanted to do for the longest bloody time. And if you're well into cleaning, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And that is organise all of my laundry bits into the glass organisers from IKEA. It's seriously the little things in this flat that get me so excited. And it's just stuff like that. Of course, I need to get some label maker things, or even just order some from Etsy. I think I might do that instead, because they look a lot cuter. So I'm going to do that. But I'm just going to pop everything in there. Our washing machine actually isn't working at the moment. The reason for that is because the plug socket that is in the washing machine cupboard isn't working. So I've got someone coming out soon, hopefully, to sort that. So in the meantime, I've actually got to go back to my mum's next week and do all my washing. So that's a big chore that I don't want to do, and I won't be dealing with until next week. And it's very annoying that there are little snags like that within a new build that do kind of set you back a bit. Like, I want to be able to do my own washing in my own flat and not have to bother my mum. But it is what it is. It's going to be sorted. So in the meantime, to get me a little bit excited, I'm going to do just this. Now, you are probably thinking, why the hell haven't you filled up all of them to the top? Because that is really annoying, which I definitely agree. But it's all I've got for now. It means I know what I need to get now when I go to B&M next, because B&M is the place I go for all my cleaning and all of my laundry bits, because I find it's just the best value for money. And I've also got a way to tell the difference between the two Vanish powders. So I'm going to keep the pink scoop in with the coloured Vanish powder, and then just keep the crystal white Vanish empty, just so I know the difference until I get labels for those. But yeah, I definitely need to get some more of that. I'm going to get a few more pods because there's still a little gap that I need to fill, and at least if I get some more, I know that I've got enough to last me a little while. Plus I've also definitely got to get some more of the liquid laundry detergent as well. But if you want to know the scent I get, it's the Lenore Exotic Bloom. I really like this scent. I've tried a load of different ones. I really liked the blue Lenore. I cannot think what it's called. I think it's like Fresh something. But I find it's very hit and miss as to whether it gives me rashes or not. And this one tends to not do that, and also smells really good for a long time as well. So that's why I go for this one. I think the final thing I'm going to show you before I do end this official moving vlog is a couple of the choices, as I mentioned earlier, that I'd show you regarding flooring, cabinets, tiles, all of like the new build choices that we made or got to make when we picked our flat. So I will begin with the flooring because that was the main thing that was, I guess, holding us back from moving in. But honestly, it was so worth the wait. So this is the finished wood flooring that we have all throughout the lounge, in the dining room, which is like over this way, and also that runs into the hallway as well. What we wanted is a real nice brown, and that one that has really good texture to it as well, which it definitely does. Has lots of texture, as you can see, that runs all throughout the wood, which is lovely. And the best thing is we actually got this sofa from Vic's parents, so they are getting a new one and they wanted to give us their old one, which is so kind of them. And I guess you can't really see too well on camera, but in real life the colour match is perfection. It is beautiful. We didn't realise that, we just kind of guessed, and we didn't even really try to match it. But when the sofa came up, we were like, oh my god, that is a match that we didn't intend to happen, but we're so glad it does. And it just looks so good, and we just really like it. It feels homely. I know I say that a lot. I notice that when I edit a lot, is I say I really like this, I really like that. It's like, well, yes, of course I really like it because we chose it. But yeah, we are really pleased with the outcome of the wood flooring throughout the main part of the house. Please do excuse how disgusting the floor is. I need to give it a good vacuum. But these are the tiles that we went for, which, oh my god, I cannot believe how good these look. Like for the price we paid for them, these literally look like showroom hotel quality tiles, and they really feel it as well. Like they're not really cold either because we're on a higher floor within our flat, so I guess that helps with the floor being a bit of a better temperature. A lot of people said that to us, that tiles will be cold, but to be fair, we don't really notice that. Plus we've always got slippers on anyway. But they just look so good. We love the texture throughout them, and it's just everything we wanted. And we ended up going for a sort of light grey grout, which matches our kitchen, as you can see. So the cabinets we went for is this real nice grey gloss colour. It's honestly beautiful. We love it so much. We really knew that we wanted a dark kitchen, whether that was this grey, whether that was black. Anything that stood out to us out of the collection that we had to choose from, we were going to go for, and this one just really did. This was actually the darkest cabinet colour that they had, which is one of the reasons why we went for it. If they had darker, we probably would have gone for that over this, but we are still really, really pleased with how this looks. And we've had a lot of compliments on it too. A lot of people have said they haven't really seen this sort of colour before. And to be fair, I hadn't until my dad got a kitchen very similar. His is this sort of dark grey gloss too, and we really liked it. So as soon as we saw this, we knew it would look good because we've seen it in person before. But we're just really pleased with it, and it just looks so different, but it's just so us. The only thing that we potentially might change in the future is the handles. They're fine for now, they do the job, but eventually when we've got a bit more money behind us after we recover from the cost of moving, we might change those. I really like black handles, and so does Vic, I think. I might be wrong because we tend to differ on a lot of our opinions, but we I personally think black would go lovely, but we'll see about that, whether we just keep these and we just don't bother changing them, because to be fair, the accents of chrome throughout the kitchen, actually it does work, so we might just leave it. Another choice we've got to make in the kitchen is the worktops. I think there's a little stain there, so do ignore that. It's probably my tea stain. But we went for this sort of grey white marble kitchen top. And do you know what? It was one of those moments, as soon as we saw it, we were like, yes, it is the one. We know it's just going to match perfectly, and doesn't it just complement each other so well? It is a real solid worktop as well, so practicality is good. It wipes down very easy, which is another bonus, and as well as looking good, it's practical, so we couldn't really go wrong. And we're just so pleased that it turned out really well, and we just love the texture in this as well, just little bits here and there. It's just perfect. So here's kind of the finished somewhat kitchen at the moment. It's a very temporary thing, I think. We've just got little bits from IKEA here and there, like the brown wooded wine rack, the, what's this, chopping board, and we've also got the knife block over here as well from Tefal. So we've got little hints of wood here and there to kind of break up the greys and the whites and the blacks, which we think works well. The other thing I'd like to do to the kitchen potentially is maybe get some like stick-on tiles to go behind here, or at least behind the sink anyway, just because I'm a little bit worried about the splashback. I've noticed when I've been washing up, I've got a lot of splashback up here, and I just think that'll protect the wall a bit better maybe. So maybe that's something we can look into later down the line, or even invest in actual tiles if that's something we can afford to do when the time comes. So that's the only addition I can really think of to potentially make the kitchen even better. But for now, it's just perfect for us, and we are so pleased with how it's turned out. Again, please excuse like the little bits of dust everywhere, but this is the difference in the wood that we made between the bedrooms and the hallway / lounge diner. So as you can see, it's very different. In the pictures I showed you in vlogs before, I feel like they looked quite similar, but in person you can now see that they are very different. So this is definitely more of a warmer brown, whereas this is basically almost grey black, which is perfect. We did want to go for a darker wood than this, but to be fair, it looks exactly how we wanted it, if not better. So we're really pleased with the outcome of this one. We just wanted to have something a bit different in the bedrooms rather than just keeping everything uniform. We just wanted to break it up a little bit, so we had a bit more variety. And as you can see now, we've got a little bit of introduction of colour into the room now, rather than just like the basic whites from my IKEA furniture and black. We've now got the added emerald green accents of colour that I told you we were planning to input into the bedrooms. So at the moment we just have the pillows. We are looking to have like a nice blanket or something on the bed too. We've also got it introduced into the ensuite as well, with the towels and also the matching bath mat too. Same tiles in the bathroom again as well, which we're really pleased with the choice because they go with the tiles on the wall perfectly, which I will show you soon. But as you can see, just those little added accents of green just look really good and exactly how I wanted them to. And if, you know, the little accents of green have done just that, imagine what else we can input into this room to make it look even better. So these are the tiles that we chose up close. As you can see, it's a very unique design. It probably wouldn't be for everyone, might be a little bit busy for some, hence why we went with the more simple tiles on the floor, I guess. I mean, to some people they might not be simple, but they are simple for us. And we just like how they just bring out the little bits of black and grey here and there to match the floor down there too. So it just looks really, really nice. Really nice. I know I say it a lot, but it's really nice. So that's pretty much all of the choices that we made for the apartment as and when we picked the plot. We're really, really pleased with everything, how everything's turned out. I don't think anything could have really gone any better. It's just exactly how we wanted it, and it's a good feeling when that happens. It was a lot of stress leading up to getting the apartment, but these last few days, me and Vic have both said, have literally just felt like a holiday. It's felt like no one can bother us. This is our home. This is where we are safe. This is our safe space, and it's ours. Like, it's really difficult to come to terms with that. Like, yes, we definitely understand that it's ours from the bills that we're paying now. Like, that's all fully underway, but it's just hard to comprehend that it's ours. Like, you just don't believe it when you get your own place. It's a really, truly magical feeling. Very cringy, I know, but it's so true. And just having our own space, being able to call it home, is what makes us happy. Well, as you can see, we have a very, very long process ahead of us to get this place feeling a lot more like home. We've started off fantastically. Everything's gone to plan so far, but we definitely have a lot of things that we want to do to make our home perfect. Obviously, not everything can be perfect, and we will change things along the way, but I plan on documenting this whole process from move-in until this place is our perfect home. So if you do want to stick around, don't forget to subscribe. Also, like the video if you did enjoy. I do appreciate your patience because I know it has been a very long time coming to this point, but it was also so worth it. I really hope you're looking forward to joining me and Vic on this crazy journey. I'll see you soon.